Why is dreaming a forbidden zone? Science dares not touch. Because the moment you close your eyes and fall asleep, your brain is attempting to do something even weirder than death. It is destroying you in reality, and creating another you. Scientists discovered that, when a person is dreaming, activity in key brain areas is actually 40% higher than when awake. In other words, although you think you are resting, your brain is operating frantically in another mode. This is also why when you wake up from a dream, you feel physically exhausted. And what is strange is that, though we feel realistic images and emotions in dreams, we can still never explain why when we wake up, our dream memory is blurry, and some content completely evaporates. More absurdly, humans can weigh black holes 10 billion light years away, and deduce the universe's past. We cannot explain why we had a dream last night. Even papers studying multidimensional space exceed 10 million. Dream researchers don't reach half that. What chills scientists is that, because the nature of dreams is just too bizarre, delving deep into the research can even create an illusion. Which one is the dream, and which one is reality? As early as 1952, Chicago University experts found a mystery unexplained today. Monitoring sleeping subjects' brains, they accidentally captured a bizarre signal. Their eyes darted frantically under closed eyelids, just like they were watching an intense match. At this moment, brain signal activity was the same as when awake. Therefore, they named this stage REM sleep, which is rapid eye movement sleep. If awakened at this moment, all subjects recalled they were dreaming. But if they were awakened during other stages of sleep, most people forgot what happened in the dream. In other words, dreaming does not happen randomly. It's a performance by the brain. To further study the impact of dreaming on the brain, in 2010, Harvard ran an experiment. They first had volunteers learn a complex 3D maze, and then allowed some of them to go to sleep. Results show that those who dreamed about the maze while sleeping escaped the maze after waking 10 times faster than those who studied it awake. This means that your brain is not only not resting while you sleep, but is training like crazy, and without you even knowing it, it practices daytime lessons thousands of times over. This also explains why many major discoveries by scientists were accomplished in dreams. For example, in 1865, chemist Kekule pondered the benzene structure, but had no clue, until one night, he dreamed of a snake biting its own tail, forming a ring. Only then did he see the benzene molecule was a ring. And this discovery, that directly rewrote the entire history of organic chemistry. But dream bizarreness goes beyond solving problems. It also creates some incomprehensible phenomena. To further study the nature of dreams, scientists have categorized them into these 5 types. First, physiological dreams. These dreams generally prompt our physiological needs and current state. Dreaming of using the restroom shows an urge to urinate. If you relieve yourself in the dream, you likely wet the bed. Second, recurrent dreams. This means the same dream repeats, with the same scene and characters. In fact, this is the brain trying to convey to us key details we overlooked in reality. Third, dreaming of falling from a height. Psychologists say this shows fear of losing control, meaning that in your real life, some sudden and unmanageable changes have occurred. From a physiological perspective, in a deep sleep, the entire nervous system gradually calms down. Blood pressure and heart rate drop. At this time, the brain will perceive these changes as danger signals and wake you up through nightmares such as falling. Fourth, lucid dreams. This is lucid dreaming, where you can clearly realize that you are dreaming. And just like in Inception, you can build scenes using your imagination, experiencing things impossible in reality. This type of dream generally happens to people with rich imaginations, which is also the magic of the brain. Fifth, narrative dreams. When you wake up from a dream, You clearly recall details, as if it really happened, like dreaming of a late relative. The brain is letting go of a memory, or healing your heart. Meanwhile, Sigmund Freud, known as the father of psychoanalysis, also once explained that dreams are a dialogue with your inner self. It is learning from oneself, and another life closely related to oneself. By revealing the symbolic language of dreams, we see the deepest parts of our subconscious, and understand the complex interaction between conscious and unconscious experiences. In that case, why did humans evolve the function of dreaming? Scientists have proposed a bold hypothesis, believing dreams are a survival training system. Because in ancient times, human ancestors had to face various fatal threats every day, like animal attacks, tribal conflicts, food shortages, and so on. Those who rehearsed danger in dreams tended to handle danger more calmly in reality, thereby making it easier for them to survive. Therefore, the genes for dreaming were also preserved and passed down to us. And this leads to a new question. Since dreaming is so important, why does the brain want us to forget 95% of our dreams? Some scientists speculate that forgetting dreams may be a difficult decision made by the brain to protect us. If we remembered all our dreams, we couldn't tell dreams from reality and what actually happened. That would cause disorder. Imagine this. If you recall the big fight with your boss last night, at work the next day, could you face it normally? To this day, dreams remain one of humanity's greatest unsolved mysteries. We have spent thousands of years, from ancient interpretation to modern science, from Freud's psychoanalysis to EEG monitoring. Scientists have analyzed more than 2,600 dream awakenings. They still don't fully understand dreams. Yet, this mystery, that makes dreams so fascinating. When we close our eyes at night, the brain takes you into a world without laws of physics and time limits. There, you can go anywhere and do anything you want. And all of this happens inside an organ in your skull that weighs only 1.4 kilograms. It is recharging your life, sorting memories, and healing emotions. Even if you forget dreams when waking, those wonderful effects, they quietly stay deep in your mind. So next time you are dreaming, be sure to remind yourself, what you experience now is one of the most incredible and mystery in the universe.